Welcome to, but the caveat is, I'm your host, Blue. So let's talk more about Trumpsters, Trump supporters. So there's Trumpers like Margie here that are trying to clear their name. Margie Taylor Greene was a big Trump supporter that all of a sudden resigned from her position and now is on a crusade to nail it and stick it to Trump. Now that's her narrative. You put 5 stars. Oh, thank you. I appreciate you, boo. Um, she's now going to stick it to Trump, and she's talking and talking and talking about the Epstein's file and how she wanted it released, blah blah blah. And this bitch doesn't care about those Epstein victims. She don't care about them. She been knew about this stuff. She been knew about the Epstein's file and everything. Marjorie, I want you to tell me why you really left your position. Why did you leave your position? Because now all of a sudden she's trying to spin the narrative. And I feel like everybody's trying to clean up their legacies. Everybody's trying to clean up their legacies. Everybody that supported him and now that they see how bad it is for people, like they didn't realize that when they put him in there, a billionaire, allegedly, that's greedy and that will sign anything to take from others and make everybody else's lives hard. They forgot that these people whose lives they're making harder, they live near them, they work for them, and when you are openly out supporting him and waving your Trump flags, it's gonna be uncomfortable for you at schools, at recreational things. Like she was having a hard time going out. So now she's trying to switch the whole narrative. She's trying to change it and make it seem like she's on this crusade to take down Trump. And I'm not buying it, Marjorie. I'm not buying it. You are doing what a lot of these Trumper supporters are doing. So let's hear what this bitch had to say. Hold on. Let's see what she's going to say about the Epstein's
Of
file.
us. He was telling Mike Johnson. He's telling everybody, telling Pam Bondi, people are going to get hurt. And who he was talking about, what he told me on the phone, our final conversation, he told me, he said, my friends will get hurt. So he's talking about his friends. He told me, people you know, Marjorie, people at Mar-a-Lago, they're going to get hurt. And I said, people have already gotten hurt. There's over 1,000 women that
Mm-hmm.
have been raped by Jeffrey Epstein and are accusing others. And they've told the FBI, they've told the police, they have been trying for years to get justice for this. I was
Right.
like, people already have been hurt behind.
Now she's so concerned about these victims. She don't care about them people. She can't make me believe she cared about those people. She can't make me believe that this is the first time she heard about the Epstein's files. We've been hearing about him for before his funky ass got back in here. This is my theory. Trump is in office to sign whatever the senators and the higher ups people, whether it's the pharmaceutical companies, the insurance companies, the people that are controlling shit, they want him to sign these bills. And so the senators in the House they're just passing it through because they're all in cahoots with it. They all try to act like, oh, I'm so outraged. They try to act like Margie. I didn't know this was going to happen. I trusted him. Blah blah blah. No 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 no. You know, and he told you. And you now because you're uncomfortable because you didn't realize how in close proximity the people that are going to be hurt were to you. Now, oh, we need to release the Epstein's file, whatever. So my theory is they have Trump in office to sign off anything that they want and him to take the hits for it. In return, they will discredit the Epstein's file, make it seem like it's some kind of mythical list, or make it seem like these women are not being truthful and that it's a lie, blah blah blah. And so he's discrediting the list by putting out bullshit narratives like the Jay-Z being at on an island and Pusha T and shit like that. The dumb stuff that hood black people gravitate to. And it's all this distraction tactic. And so they're doing this so that they can discredit the list so that when it's finally released and it shows the statements of the victims of Trump, that it's watered down and it's not frowned upon or looked down upon the way it should be. And so, in exchange for them doing this for Trump, he is signing whatever they put in front of him. That motherfucker can't even stay awake during conferences. He be sleeping. He be snoring, sleeping, dozing off. He's too fucking old to be in that job. I'm so tired of them voting in old people. Like there needs to be like an age limit. You don't be seeing him, Cyrus. Come on now. You know you be seeing him. He remember he used to call Joe Biden Sleepy Joe. He's sleepy. He's the sleepy one. And so now everybody want to run to the hills and act like I didn't know this was gonna happen. Wait. Don't associate me with this. No, bitch. If you took your little finger and you voted for him, if you took your little mouth and you promoted him, you're responsible for what's going on now. And all this finger pointing bullshit ain't gonna solve nothing. All right, let's talk about another Trumper. So there's this other Trumper that I saw. He's a podcaster, and I never heard of him, and he's all Mr. Apologetic about this. So this guy named Tucker Carlson says he feels partially responsible for Donald Trump securing a second term in the Oval Office. You think? You motherfuckers took your platform of millions of listeners, hundreds of thousands to millions of listeners, and you promoted this man and told your audience that this would be a good, viable candidate, which he has zero experience in politics. But you think that he can manage politics when he can't even manage his own businesses? How many businesses have Trump bankrupt? How many people has he robbed to get free labor? Like, the new trend is now let's get the Mexicans to do work and then let's call ICE when it's almost finished. That's what they've been doing now. Trump used to get the workers to do the work and then he would file for bankruptcy so that he didn't have to pay for the construction work. Like he would find any loophole he could. And so this Trumper is up here trying to, not be trying to act like he's holding himself accountable. And really, he's not. He's just looking to try to make himself a victim. So let's hear Mr. Tucker's.
You and I and everyone else who supported him, you wrote speeches for him, I campaigned for him. I mean, we're implicated in this for sure.
Yes.
It's not enough to say, well, I changed my mind, or like, oh, this is bad, I'm out. It's like in very small ways, but in real ways, you and me and millions of people like us are the reason this is happening right now.
Yes.
So I do think it's like
This
a
is the
moment
part
to
that
wrestle
pisses
with
me off.
our own
When he tried to
consciences.
say that this wasn't intentional.
We'll be tormented by it for a long time. I will be. And I want to say I'm sorry for misleading people. It was not intentional. That's all I'll say. You
Bullshit.
and I and everyone else who
say it wasn't intentional. Yes, it was. That's fucked up. Oh shit. The thing about it is, like, he's saying that it wasn't intentional, right? It was intentional because Trump told them he was building a wall. What do you, near Mexico? So who he's going to target is Mexicans. Y'all were fine with that, but then he told you he was going to give you tax breaks, and he told you you like that because you're rich. You're part of the 1%. And so, but you didn't think about the fact that the 1% didn't think about this, right? That they're going to get the tax breaks. The people that made a quarter million or more. But the people who not making it that's around them and in their lives are going to be struggling and hit with more taxes than them. And they were okay with that. But because, like I said, the results of their work is in close proximity of them, and it's all around the world, and it's everywhere they drive and look, they can't shake what they did. Now, oh, it wasn't intentional. But because it's reaching other white people instead of it being focused on the minority, which is the Mexicans, and building the wall, and also because the pursuit of these immigrants, white people are getting killed because there's a couple of them that got shot that weren't breaking the law, weren't interfering, were just doing what they had the right to do, which is express their feelings about it and protest. They were killed. And so because of this, now they're like, oh shit, I got to get my name detached from this. Let me go on my platform and say this was an intentional bullshit. There's no way it wasn't intentional. It all was intentional because it was directed towards the immigrants. They always have to have a villain. That's what I noticed. Like the racist white people always have to have a villain. When COVID time hit, it was the Asians brought it in. So then you saw a lot of attacks on Asian people. Then, there was a point where black people, we've always been targeted. So that never ended for us. And now what are you seeing is Hispanics being targeted. And they, which is crazy, are like 15% of the population, maybe less than that. And 57% of them, I'm sorry, 57% of the males of the Hispanic population voted for Trump. Ain't that crazy? Anyway, tell me what you think. Do you think that those who voted for Trump did unintentionally uh, caused harm to others? Or do you believe that it was intentional? Let me know what you think. Make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.